Everyone, and welcome back. Today's episode is going to be completely different from what I usually do. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my most favorite systems of all time, the 3DS. The 3DS came out in 2011. Oh no, it was announced a while back, 2000 something, and it came out in 2011. And we'll go. The video is going to be systems first, then games. But this was the first 3DS ever made. This was from a recent pickup, and it works well. Like, this system, all in all, was a great starting point, but not at the same time. The 3D was terrible. I mean, you can't even see it on camera, but I can see it right now, and it's just not good. You had to be staring right in front in order to the 3D to even work, and it actually caused headaches like no one's business. It was a good little starting point, but for the starting price of $249 or $50 was huge. Nintendo had to drop it by a lot, and that I'm not even talking in a year. They dropped it very soon after it was released, and just everyone they had to go now on an ambassador program in order to actually help the ones that actually got it early. Well, not help, but just make it worthwhile. This was my first one. I used to have a 3DS XL. I'll probably put a picture here of the Super Mario Bros. Coin something. I traded it for a PS Vita way back when, and I regretted it ever since. It was not fun. I mean, I honestly, the Vita I ended up selling, but it was a great little system. It was a great way to jump into a bigger screen because it was like significantly bigger. Now, after that, Nintendo came out with a new line called the new 3DS, and the new 3DS, the one you're seeing here, is the 20th anniversary Pokemon. You can see right there. Right now we're going to this year's the 25th, but way back when they did the 20th. This one was released in February 27, 2016, and it was actually a great system. Like, this one actually finally fixed those problems that the 3D had, that you had to be right in front in order for it to actually work well. And this one finally did it right. They have right here an IR, which tracks you pretty much, or tracks where your eyes are going to be. So I turn this on, I'm already looking at it and actually picking up my eyes. I can see the 3D pretty easily, even if I move around. Turn that off because you can actually see it on the screen. The grid system right there. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about. So Nintendo with the 3D, they created something crazy. I mean, how did you do 3D without 3D glasses? And Nintendo did it. But all in all, this system was absolutely magnificent. I loved it from the day I got it. This was not my first 3DS. A new 3DS, I actually had a Mario. I'll put it up right here, which I'm actually selling right now because I bought this one recently. It came out in February, what was it? Black Friday 2018 for $99. You got the new 3DS with plates and charger. By the way, these plates you can remove. I'm not gonna do it because I have a cover. I want to preserve these systems as much as possible. I still play them. I play on them, but preserve them as much as possible. You can remove these plates, just like taking back from the Game Boy Micro. So that's great. Then these guys were released. I believe these were first. I don't remember exactly, but this one's my holy grail. This one's my Hyrule gold special edition that was only released in GameStop back in October 30th. What was it? 2015? Yeah, 2015. And I'll put up. You're gonna be seeing a bunch of stuff, like a couple of videos here and there of showing off what these systems did and stuff. And this was a huge freaking upgrade from anything. And I don't even know this, or if you know, but Nintendo uses two display technologies. It's called TN and IPS. These are IPS both. You can't really tell on screen, but if you keep looking, I mean, you can see that it's not washed up or this or that. If you get a regular TN screen, it washes up and you can barely see the screen one. So it's basically the viewing angles. Right now I'm going through the Zelda Link Between Worlds, which I will talk about in a bit. This is a great game, a great system. If you can find this on the cheaps, and cheaps is no longer like $199, which was original. I got this, I believe, in a pawn shop. I saw my local OfferUp put a pawn shop along with the box. So it was this with the box, and I immediately picked it up for $219 at the time. I traded in that Vita that I told you and got like $70 worth, so I ended up paying less. And lastly, right before the the cycle end, or actually no, there was actually this is not the only 2DS. There was a wedge, which I'll put up right here. It was kind of funky looking. I never picked it up because it was never for me. You know, I really didn't like the system all that well. Then, but you know, they figured it out that hey, people don't really like 3D, or they don't play with 3D, which I prefer 3D, but you know, doing without is fine. And they came out with these guys, the 2DS X, the new 2DS XLs. Man, what wonderful naming schemes they got in Nintendo. And I got the Pokeball edition. When this one came out was back in November 3rd, 2017, and I got mine in December something. So I got it a little after release, and they kept selling them for quite some time, and then boop, discontinued, gone. And they really haven't gone up in price. They've just either maintained price or kept the price. But the button is actually, you can poke the button. Right now I have a protector on it, so you can't really see. I'll have some, you know, B-roll of the system itself too. But what I liked about the 2DS is that it had a flap. So you see that? It could actually, you know, put the SD card and cover it from anybody poking it or with this and that. The original 3DS, this guy, you know, yeah, brothers and sisters, boop, popping it up and just ruining your game, which is great. It was awesome. It was always awesome doing that, right? No. But look at this screen, dude. It's humongous. Like, compared to the regular DS, just 3DS. Look at that. It's just nuts. It's ginormous. Like, you know, it is obviously a bigger. It's an upgrade from a regular DS, which I had at the time the regular XL, and I upgraded to this nub, and then I finally got the Hyrule edition, which is dual IPS. These guys, unfortunately, you see that how it actually washes out. You can't even see it in camera. It is not IPS. This is TN. Both screens are TN, but nonetheless, an amazing playing playing device for your DS games. And finally, we get to the DS games, or the 3DS and DS. And since this is a Pokemon channel, I have the majority of the Pokemon games, which I have played. But yeah, let's just get started. So, Donkey Kong Country Returns. So this, from my understanding, was a Wii game, and it got ported into the 3DS. Everyone lost their marbles and like, oh my god, you know, we can play a good Donkey Kong game on the go. Paper Mario Sticker Star. Now this one gets a bad roll, it's just everyone doesn't like it. I personally like it. You have no way of like building up your player, this or that, but all in all, it is a good little pastime, especially portably. And at the time, we didn't have a portable Paper Mario, so when this got announced, I was really happy. I picked it up and just ended up selling it, and then had to rebuy it. But like, I liked it overall. All right, now we get Star Fox 64 3D. Now, if anyone knows about this game, it's Star Fox 64. Star Fox 64 is by far one of the best, I guess you could say, spaceship shooters ever made. It was a great like pastime back in the day in 64 days and 64 days, and now you can have it on your 3DS like in 3D. It actually looks really good in 3D too. All right, Hyrule Warriors Legends. Now this one was not the best. The screen, like the gameplay itself, if you're not playing on the new 2DSs or the new 3DSs, you're playing it on a regular XL or one of these, you are gonna suffer with like frame rates. Like it's just not well. This is also out in the Switch. I would consider the Switch over the 3DS, but if you're a hardcore collector, you know, pick it up for the 3DS as well. All right, Zelda Triforce Heroes. I believe I never got this when it came out. I just recently bought it, and it's a Zelda game that you can play with two other people. I mean, it's cool. It's just that you need two other people in order actually to get the most out of this game. And I don't think by today's standards, it's gonna be a great fun game. But you know, pick it up. Most people find it for cheap, so why not? All right, now Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. Now this game, I personally do not like the 3D Zeldas that have come out recently, on the S64. Playing on the 3DS is a completely different like ball game. Like it's actually playable. It's fun. It's like exploration is crazy. You know, they even told you back in the day you can use this, and now with the nub, it's actually much better. And it's just Ocarina of Time with 3DS. Like, why wouldn't you pick us up? Now, this is my personal favorite from the early 64 Zeldas. It has to be Majora's Mask. I mean, you got the whole premise of the moon within 3 days it's gonna fall, unless Link does the time song, so it can go back in time. But it's a good game. It's a really good game. It looks great on the 3DS. If you can find it for cheaps, or just get it now, because before they all sell out. It's gonna be really expensive later. Oh my gosh, Link Between Worlds. This game was just. In fact, I'm playing it right now, replaying it. It's a beautiful game. It's a great the way you can change from actually, I don't know if you see, but like Zelda's right, or sorry, not Zelda. Link is right there. He can go into walls, come out of walls, and it's just a whole new ball game. This was the reason I got a 3DS back in the day. Among the other, the Pokemon games also were but at the time when this came out, I got the 3DS because of this. And then the Pokemon X and Y came, which was just great. Later and this is one of the later, actually, or not one of the last 3DS games that they came out. It actually came out well into the Switch's life anyways. Metroid Prime Samus Returns was a beautiful game. It plays very well on the new 3DS systems, not necessarily the old ones, but it's Metroid 2, dude, like remade. Like, why won't you pick this up? It's just one of the best Metroid. I unfortunately did not pre-order the collector's edition. It's something I regret to this day, but I did pick this up day one, and just a good game overall. Super Mario 3D Land is a great little. Actually, I didn't play this one first. I ended up getting the Wii U and playing the 3D World there. But 3D Land, man, is great. It's just basically 3D World on the go, and in fact, the world was actually, the 3D World was based on 3D Land. So it's just the way. How was it put? Like, it's a 2D Mario and a 3D it's a 3D Mario and a 2D layout. It's just Mario. Oh boy, when this game came out, Super Mario's Nintendo 3DS, dude, you could have Smash on the go. I actually broke my my stick back in the day with this guy. Not this one specifically, but like my original 3DS, and had to replace it, and just kept going at it. Like, this game was crazy good at the time. So much fun. Alright, we got Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. This I actually got when it released, and it was a good game, dude. Like, this game is basically what, like, Luigi's Mansion 2, and it was great, dude. You can the Luigi's Mansion original is actually on the 3DS as well. I'm wanting to pick that up pretty soon. But this game overall was a lot of fun, man. Like, I spent quite a bit just figuring out everything, finding all the little secrets, getting all the ghosts. Like, it was fun. Animal Crossing New Leaf. Now this is the one where you become the, what is it, the, well, obviously it's Animal Crossing, but this one is you can become the, what is it called, the mayor. I never played it. I'm looking into playing it now, but the New Horizon game, like, I feel like that took a lot of my time, so this is probably gonna take a lot of my time too. Mega Man Legacy Collection. Well, this is just Mega Man, dude. Like the original Mega Man's all in a single go in a single cartridge. Why not pick it up? It's such a good game. And this also came out with an amiibo. I'll probably put like a screenshot here. And I didn't pick that one up. I should have. That amiibo has now gone up in price, and the game sealed. I mean, it goes up, but like, such a good game to play. And we move on to the Pokemon games. All right, I had to take a little bit of a break, but moving on. So Detective Pikachu, this I have not played. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I really want to. It's Detective Pikachu, man. Like, this one came out before the game, so I mean before the movie, and I've heard a lot of good things. I had to pick it up. It was on sale on, what is it, GameStop, and I got it with the case, got it with the manuals, got it with everything. Well, I mean, no manuals, but it's just, I need to play this. And finally, we move on to the Pokemons, and we'll start out with the last generation, all the way to the very bottom. So this, both games are here. Let me just double check. Yeah, they're there. This is the Lunana, or the Pokemon Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun duel. Me and my brother had this thing of like, I get one, I buy him, he gets one, I get one. I would always go with the moons. I don't know why, I just like Lunana. This one came with like some cool little postcards or whatever they were, and some codes for 200 Pokeballs. And just, it's Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, man. It's just an amazing Pokemon game. Oh, we're actually going not the order I intended. Okay, it's okay. So Pokemon X and Y, man, these games were what made me, like, having Pokemon in 3D. Are you kidding me, man? Like, it blew my mind back in the day. I was in college, and I just remember hearing about this. I was like, oh, I need to get this. And being in college, you would like get random people to fight, trade. It was awesome, man. Nowadays with the Switch, I don't see that as much, and then with the whole COVID that's happening, it's probably gonna be less and less. But such a good time to be alive back in the day when these came out. Oh, and then there's these. I honestly think these are the best of the best in the 3DS. Why? You got your second gens here, remade beautifully too, and it's just Pokemon Alpha, Sapphire and Ruby, Omega and Alpha now. It's just great. Oh my gosh, dude! I remember when I picked these up, I didn't get the duel. I wish I should. My brother didn't want to play, and then he later ended up getting a Sapphire. I got a Ruby, and my brother's actually a lot better in the like shiny hunting than I was. So he did really well, and I just love playing Pokemon, man. All right, and this is the second to last Pokemon games, Pokemon Sun and Moon. These were great games, man. This is my original purchase of the Sun and Moon. I didn't get the duel for these ones too. I regret it now because it had a steelbook. I should have gotten it, but my brother got this one and I got this one, and just great games overall, dude. It was a lot of fun. 3D, you can pet them. Now there's gonna see moves and stuff. It was great. All right, and we're moving on to one of my prized possessions. You could say it's a Pokemon White 2 version. I have played this game, and then I sold the cartridge, but this one is sealed. I've been thinking of sending it to maybe some grading. Just to get it graded, but I don't believe in graded games as much as most people do. But I might just do it because it's Pokemon history. Why not? Put that one on there. I do not have white, I don't have white version 1 and 2, or I'm missing a few, which I still need to get. But this is one of the only ones, the black version that I have with Reshiram. It's complete, everything's good, and it's just a fun game, dude. I remember everyone was like, "Oh no, they look ugly. The new Pokemon don't work." It's Pokemon, man. They need to change. It all needs to change. And I know this is moving to the DS now, but I mean, it is a Pokemon channel. I need to show this. Oh my gosh, dude. This was another reason I picked up the 3D. I never had a DS, ever. So I got the 3DS. I walked into a Best Buy, picked up the 3DS, picked this game up and a Lego Star Wars, and played this one to completion. And then, I regret it now. I regret it. I sold it, but I got it again. Platinum, dude. This has to be one of my most favorite Pokemon games of all time. Just amazing game, amazing scheme. You got the Pokemon Devil, man. Like, what the hell? When have you heard about that? When's the last time you heard about Pokemon Devil? Are you kidding me? Just beautiful game, great game. I didn't play Pokemon Diamond and Pearl because I obviously got the Platinum. But I heard that these were, I mean, it's the same game. It's just that they were a little slower in some sections and stuff like that. But basically the same game. I have not played these. I played the Platinum. But these were just added to my collection because it is Pokemon history and I need to have it. And then they're getting remade for the Switch. I already pre-ordered both of them, the dual from Pokemon, Pokemon.com, the center. So that's going to be fun. And we're moving on to my non-DS, but still need to be talked about, Fire Red version. These I have played all of them. Obviously this one's beat up. You know, I had to get it. I got this right before COVID. So one of my last Game Boy games that I had to get, and I also got the box for it. So, you know, it's a great game. I mean, it's just fire. It's just basically the first game's remade. And all the same thing, Leaf Green. You know, great game. It's just a remade original version of them. Now this one is crazy good. I actually ended up my first the second gen was Ruby. I did not have Emerald, but Emerald is how you have to play these games. These games I'm missing Ruby. These games were my first Pokemon games because I didn't get to play the original ones back in the day. So much fun. And we're moving on to the last ones, the OG ones. Pokemon Fire Red, Pokemon Red version. Great time, like a lot of fun. Pokemon Blue, obviously you have to have them both. And lastly, it's on here. It's my Game Boy. It's Pokemon Yellow. You know, I have the original, really messed up player's guide, but it's just a great time. And all right, this is the end of my 3DS collection, or my love for the 3DS system. Was just one of my most favorite systems. Have a lot of good memories with it. It is now the time to start collecting for this game, or for this system. It is gone, discontinued. Nintendo decided to say bye last year. It is now the time. It is just one of the greatest systems. You can play 3DS and DS games. You have thousands of games you can play on this, possibly. It is just such a good time. But thank you for, sticking around for this long. It's one of my longest videos, and not the longest. But hope y'all have a good time hunting for these games or these systems at a good price. And all right, goodbye.